Welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of ZafsPodcast. Thank you all for tuning in this week. And he's back. My big brother. He's here in the house.
Welcome to home territory.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show, man.
Yeah, thank you.
How you feeling?
Good. Very starstruck, as you can see here.
I like your style. I'm digging the shirt. I'm digging the sunnies. You're rocking it out.
Definitely rocking out.
All right, so I've been doing a bit of a trend with all my guests on the show. And I always like to start off with a game, but this game's going to be a little bit different.
Ooh.
Do you know why this game's a little bit different?
Why?
Because we've talked off the show and did a little bit of coordination, and I'm actually going to play with my brother this time. So this is a show that I wouldn't say we've made up, but we've kind of like...
It's been inspired by another TV show.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's been inspired by another TV show, and it's called pretty much Whose Line Is It Anyway? Game Edition.
Yeah.
So the way this works, actually, let me start that again. This is called Whose Line Is It Anyway? Video Game Edition. So we're going to start off by saying a quote from a game that hopefully we both know. So at least it's half achievable to get. And we've got to try and deduct which game that is, where it comes from. And we can give hints, but I think if you give too many hints, then they don't get the point, if that makes sense.
Right.
So you happy with that?
Yeah, or we could do it like we could give 5 hints, and for every hint you give, it's about a point deducted.
Okay, so max you can get 5 points.
Right.
And for every hint you get after that, it's minus 1 point.
Exactly.
I like that. That's good.
I like that rule. I really do.
All right, so who wants to go first? Do you want to do scissors, paper, rock?
All right, let's do it.
Best out of one, though. It's
Yep.
like whoever wins. All right, scissors, paper, rock.
Mother.
All right, I want you to tell me first. So I want to try and guess a quote.
All right.
All right, here we go. I'm nervous.
Ares! Destroy my enemies!
That's God of War. Ares, that's God of War 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 5 points right off the bat.
Yeah!
I thought we were going to try and do the quotes without doing the, like saying normal.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That's all right. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm getting the points. Well, I have to try and pick a quote, and I'm going to do it the accent. I'm going to do it in the game. Okay?
Yep, sweet.
Your soul is mine.
Okay, that's definitely Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's starting off easy. I think that's the way to go. It's 5-all.
Yep.
All right. Go. I'm so nervous. Go.
I felt your chill. Pray it is the end of our encounter. It no longer can be.
What? Say that again.
I felt your chill. Pray it is the end of our encounter. It no longer can be.
Why do I have a feeling it's a Mortal Kombat, but I'm going to take a hint because I actually don't know yet.
Okay. We both play as these two characters, and this is their introduction to the fight.
Okay, so it's definitely a fighting game.
Yep.
I'm going to take a stab and say it's Sub-Zero Mortal Kombat.
It's Sub-Zero and Liu Kang.
Oh.
MKX.
Oh, okay. But I was right. It's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
So we are just guessing the game, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so 4 points.
Yep.
Okay. Fuck, I should have just went for the stab.
All
I
right,
was like,
that's
sounds
9
like
points
Mortal
to
Kombat.
you and 5 for me.
Fuck. All right. I will actually die if you get this one. This one you should get, but I'm not 100% sure. They might be a little bit tricky.
Bring it on.
Caught between two opposing powers, he seeks to restore balance in the natural world.
Oh, you got me.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, give me one.
Okay. So this is from a fighting game. It's from a fighting game.
Right. Soul Calibur. It has to be Soul Calibur, right?
You locking that in?
I'm locking.
It is Soul Calibur.
Yes,
It's actually,
9-all.
Do you want to try and guess which Soul Calibur?
Can I say it's Soul Blade, like the very first Soul Blade?
No, it's Soul Calibur 4.
Oh.
It's actually the narrator introducing Keelik into the game. And I thought because Keelik's your favorite character in the game, I thought, he might get this one.
Link Shang Su Bo!
All right, your turn. Mind you, I've got, just so we're clear, I actually have him written down. He's got him off the top of his head, okay? He's an absolute wizard when it comes to this. All right, let's go.
Careful. Watch for post-marking radiation pockets.
Oh, I fucking know this one.
If you absorb too much,
Oh, it's Call of Duty.
you're dead.
Yeah, it's Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
Yep.
Yeah,
Correct.
fucking oath. So it's...
19.
No. We've already done 3.
Yeah, that's 3. I'm just counting your score.
But it should be 5-5-4, so it should be 14.
Oh, right.
It's 14,
Yeah,
right?
14.
Okay, so it's 14 and 9.
Yep.
Because you also got a hint. All right. All right, let's see if you get this one. This one you're probably going to get it right off the rip. My business is with Echigoya. Step aside, or I will have to kill you.
Oh, that's definitely Tenchu. You can't get me with that.
Yeah, that one was too easy. That's Tenchu, the Wrath of Heaven. And that game is...
No, actually, that's the very first Tenchu PS1.
Oh, it is too. The very first mission.
Yep, very first mission.
Yeah, that's right. I thought that was the first mission in Wrath of Heaven, but it was the first one in Stealth Assassins. That was Tenchu 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that, Tenchu 1? Stealth Assassins?
Yes, Tenchu 1, Stealth Assassins.
Yeah.
Then there was Tenchu 2, Birth of the Stealth Assassins.
Yep, with Tatsumaru. Mm-hmm. And then Tenchu 3 was
Wrath of Heaven.
Was Tatsumaru in Wrath of Heaven?
Yeah, he was like a sub-boss, though. Or
Yeah,
a
that's
final
right.
boss in Mission 8.
I don't know how you remember that, but I loved playing Tenchu.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, it was a good
I
game.
love the multiplayer aspect in there.
Yeah, it was really good. All right, so this would come down to the final round, round 4. All right, give it to me.
Why can I be wrong just once?
That's a hard one. Say that again.
Why can't I be wrong just once?
Why can't I be wrong? Bro, that... Oh my God, that is killing me.
It could be found in any...
Wait, don't give me the hint. Don't give me the hint.
never
I haven't
mind.
asked for it yet. Oh, dude, I want to say... Shit. I actually... This is a hard one. All right, give me a hint.
All right. First hint, it can be found in any game.
Well, that's not really a hint if it's in any game. How am I supposed to narrow that down?
Okay, fighting game. It's in the fighting game.
It's in a fighting game. Okay. Can I be wrong just once? I don't think it's Street Fighter. Because I don't really play Street Fighter that much to know the quotes, other than maybe Ryu or Ken. But they wouldn't say something like that.
No, they wouldn't.
So the only other fighting games would be Tekken, but I don't think it would be Tekken. Because I don't know of any character who'd say, who can I be wrong just once?
Do you want second hint?
No. So the other one would either be Dead or Alive, Injustice, potentially, Mortal Kombat. But I don't, it might be Mortal Kombat, but I don't think you would do Mortal Kombat again. Like, give me another hint.
Okay, second hint. My hints are going to be very on the nose with this one.
All right, we'll try not to make it super obvious.
It's part of an end credit scene in that fighting game.
An end credit scene in the fighting game.
Yeah.
That's a shit hint. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were going to say like maybe PS3 or PS2 or something. Okay, end credit scene. Why can't I be wrong just once? No, I got to get another hint. That's way too hard.
Number 3, it takes place in the desert.
Takes place in the desert. In a fighting game? I'm just going to take a stab. I don't think, you know what? I'd rather get a point than 0 points. So give me one more hint.
All right. I'll give you a character as a hint.
No, whatever you think. Whatever you think.
This fighter uses ninjutsu.
Well, the only fighter I know that uses ninjutsu is Raven. So I'm going to say Tekken.
Yep. But which Tekken?
Oh, we're guessing the games now. Like the actual each game.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you the point.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you didn't
Yeah,
get
it's in
Soul
Tekken.
Calibur 4.
Yeah, I didn't get Soul Calibur 4.
All right.
You didn't get Tekken 6.
So, well, if I was gonna say the introduction of Raven was Tekken 6, so I was gonna say that one.
He actually says that in Tekken 6, but he was introduced in Tekken 5.
Was he in Tekken? Oh yeah, he was in Tekken 5. He was in Tekken 5 indeed. Fuck.
If I went with the obvious quote of Heihachi Mishima is dead, you would
Oh,
have
I would have got that straight away. Heihachi Mishima. That's a giveaway. It's like the main
Dead
character in the
giveaway.
game.
Absolute dead giveaway.
All right. So I'm going to give you this one now.
This is going to be a hard one?
I think this is going to be a little bit harder. Wow. I've never seen a talking muck before. You know, in a dog show, you definitely take first place.
Devil May Cry 3.
Fuck. Fuck. I didn't think you were going to get that. Yes, it was Devil May Cry 3. Good shit. You win. Good game. Too easy, man. So you finished with 19 and I finished with a measly 15.
It was good, though.
That was a good game. That was a good game. Fuck. I wish. I know they've made other Devil May Cries, like Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 3 was by far the best Devil May Cry, in my opinion. They made Devil May Cry 4. Then there was Devil May Cry where Dante was like 16 or something, which I can't remember which one that was.
Yeah, that's the Team Ninja Theory.
Team Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the ones that made Heavenly Sword where you have like a Claymore type sword, then you can transform it into a freaking two-handed sword.
Yeah,
Then there's the Sword Whip.
I never played. Oh no, I did play Sword of Heaven, but I never. I don't think I finished it. I think I watched you play it actually.
Yep, and I finished it.
Yeah, and you finished it.
That was
actually
fun.
Yeah, it was really entertaining to watch you play that. Actually, I did enjoy it, but I never played that Devil May Cry. I don't know why I never played it. To be honest, I don't think I. Not that I didn't.
Was it
want
the
to.
story that wasn't?
It
that
just
good?
looked weird. It didn't look like a DMC
Oh, the art
game.
style.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then they came out with DMC 5, which was with Nero with his metal arm. That was fun. Fuck, I really hated that character. V. Oh, he was the worst character in DMC. I every time, you know, when you use him in the game, I hated it. He was the worst character.
I agree because he's definitely meant to be the human manifestation of Virgil's personality.
Yeah.
But he's also got these memories of him as Nello Angelo. So he's got like the Nightmare, which is the Nightmare machine that transforms into a massive laser beam.
Yeah.
He's got Griffin, which is like a tiny bird. Mm-hmm. And then there's the Shadow, which is the growling cat that transforms into different weapons.
Yeah, I didn't like him. I just thought the mechanics of V were just horrible.
Yeah.
I loved
reading the book is just too much of a hassle to build up your Devil Trigger.
Oh yeah, I hated that too. But yeah, Dante and Nero were amazing to use in the game.
There's a special edition for DMC 5.
Where you get to use Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil.
Yeah, they did that with Devil May Cry 3 as well, where you could use Virgil.
Yep.
Which that was really fun. I really liked. I remember those videos we used to watch when we were younger.
Oh, dude.
The combo videos.
They were satisfying to watch.
Yeah, they were sick.
Watching someone do repeated air jump cancels into the fucking air combos.
Yeah. And you watch him get like triple S style streaks, and you're like, oh my God, these guys are absolute animals, dude.
It makes you wonder, how do these guys do it?
Oh, they just probably spend hours and hours of their time playing the game.
And the fact that they put it on Dante Must Die difficulty.
Oh yeah, that's even crazier. Where they're like, if they get hit once, then they die.
They take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
If you're talking about Heaven and Hell mode, that's where
that's the one shot,
one kill.
Yeah, that's mental. Hey.
Yeah. But Dante Must Die is where enemies have higher health.
Yeah.
And Dante takes more damage.
Well, speaking of Devil May Cry, I actually have a couple of games for you, actually. So this one, they're two blind ranking games.
Oh.
So one of the blind ranking games is called Blind Ranking Our Childhood Games. Oh. So these are games that we both really enjoyed playing.
Oh, give him.
All right. So you don't know the order of these, and you have to rank them between 1 being the best and 5 being the worst.
Yep.
Okay. So number 1 is Soul Calibur 3.
Fuck me.
Starting off strong. Mind you, Soul Calibur is one of Andrew's favorite games, but he has no idea what's coming up next.
Because it's my favorite game, it's definitely going on the number 1 spot, baby.
Oh, Soul Calibur 3, number 1?
Yep.
All right, let's go. All right. Number 2. Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven.
It's giving definitely a number 3.
Number 3?
Yep.
Mid spot? Yeah, we'll see how we go. Let's see. Maybe that's a hot take. We'll see. All right. Number 3, Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Why you do this?
Because I can. I love the torture.
It is torturous, mind you.
So you've locked in 1 and 3. You've got 2, 4, 5 left.
Fuck it, I'm locking in 4.
4? Tekken Tag Tour? Whoa, that's crazy. All right.
I am curious to see what the other games are.
That's fair. You don't know what the other games are yet. So number 4 is Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening.
Ugh, you hit me right there. Number 2.
Number 2?
Ranking number 2.
Woohoo! Let's see. So number 5, you've put SmackDown 2.
Ouch.
If you could redo the list, what would you do?
I'll move Tekken Tag up to number 3 spot.
So you would just swap 3 and 4?
Yeah.
So what was 3 again? Tenchu.
Yeah, Tenchu.
So you go Soul Calibur, Devil May Cry, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Tenchu, and then SmackDown 2.
Yeah. Man. It is a solid choice. Those are solid.
Yeah, they're all great games. They're all probably my favorite games to play when we were younger. But if I had to do the list, knowing what I know, I probably would have put SmackDown 2 as number 1.
Because that's a classic.
Well, because we played how many hours we spent on that game.
And with Peter as well.
And with Peter, exactly. Like we
with
spent
our custom characters.
Yeah. Oh, I spent hours on that game. And then probably number 2, I would say Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Because again, we spent hours playing that game. We used to do tournaments at John K's place as well.
Yep, to see who's the best of the best.
The Tekken King.
Yep.
And
still to this day.
Yes,
and officially in Tekken 8.
Well, you know what? I haven't had a chance to practice. I don't practice enough like I used to. But I reckon if I started, I'd be giving you a can of whoop ass, man.
I'm sure you would.
I would. But I've got to practice, and there's only one way to find out when I start practicing. So then, I would go, SmackDown 2 is number 1. Tekken Tag Tournament is number 2. Then number 3, I'd probably put Tenchu Wrath of Heaven. Then I would put number 4 as Devil May Cry 3. And then number 5, I put Soul Calibur 3. Okay. Even though I spent a lot of time playing Soul Calibur 3, and it had that mode where you...
the Chronicles of the Sword.
Oh, that
was great.
That's one of the most underrated series, or the most underrated thing in Soul Calibur. They never brought it back from number 3.
That was such a great campaign mode.
But why did they take it out?
I have no idea.
Did they even replace it with anything else?
In Soul Calibur 6, they replaced it with... There's this mode called... What was that mode called? I know there's like Character Chronicles, but then there's that one where you play as a conduit. And it's not like the...
Conduit? So that's the thing I never
custom
played.
Character.
Yeah, I never played Soul Calibur 6. You played... I think after Soul Calibur 4, I kind of got out of it.
Yep.
I played a little bit of 5, but pretty much 6 I hardly played. But that was my trend. I started moving into more FPS games than fighting games. I definitely, probably since I was about 16, but I still played them. I still played fighting games. But as I turned 16, 17, 18, I started getting heavy COD. I started playing a lot more COD. I still do play COD a lot more than I played my fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We've got a couple of topics that you wanted to talk about.
Yep.
So, what do you want to start with first, sir?
Let's start with growing up in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah. What is it in particular you wanted to talk about?
Definitely there are so many things that we could do in the 2000s back then. Like, there were some great shows in the 2000s, like Recess. There was freaking Zack and Cody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about just in general growing up in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about just the games and stuff that we were playing in the 2000s.
No, it's general.
Oh, in general. All right. Well, what in general do you want to talk about the 2000s?
Ooh, growing up and going to...
I'm going to bleep that out so people don't know what school we went to.
Okay.
But it is what it is. Yeah, no, growing up in 2000 was an interesting time for sure, especially comparing it, I guess, to this day and age in 2024 where pretty much everything's on your phone. Like, we didn't have that until... I didn't even use a smartphone, to be honest, until I left high school.
Me neither.
I had a Nokia. I'm pretty sure it was a Nokia 6400. You want to look it up, actually? Let's look it up. I remember the last phone I had was I'm pretty sure it was a Nokia 6400. I could be completely wrong.
The last phone I had before transitioning to Samsung S3 was a Nokia as well.
I'm pretty sure it might have been the Nokia 6300. It wasn't the 400. It was... Oh, here we go. I think it was. It was the Nokia 6300.
Show me.
Let's go images. I'll put it up on the screen so everyone else can see as well. This one on the right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the camera that I had. I'm pretty sure that was the last phone I had just before I moved to the S2.
Yeah.
And I had the S2 in 2012 because that was the start of uni and I remember having the S2 then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, that was like, I couldn't imagine having a smartphone. You know what? I'm glad we never had smartphones. I take that back. Some people did have smartphones in our class, but it wasn't a big thing. Actually, you would have missed it. Your grade probably never had smartphones because you were two above me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what was that like, not having, smartphones for you? Or what do you think about that?
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah?
That we hit the books or just use the computers just to type away and look up stuff on Google instead of relying on technos in our hand.
Yeah. Which, don't get me... Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't really use like Google or my smartphone to kind of do all that. I did all my assignments and my work on the computer anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it more of a distraction wise.
Yeah.
Because, man, smartphones are so distracting with TikTok. And I'm guilty of it. I still am super distracted with TikTok and Instagram and all these other different things. It's crazy. I feel like, especially us two, we grew up in an era where we grew up with technology and we still got to enjoy some of the things growing, like kids in the 90s grew up with. So I wouldn't call us exactly 90s kids, but I'd call us like late 90s, early 2000s kids.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption.
Yeah, because we still went outside and played. We still were inside playing games, but probably not as heavy as what people are doing today. I think today it's way heavier playing games. Kids probably don't go out and ride their bikes anymore. And to be fair, like society has changed a lot since, but kids don't usually do that anymore. Streaming's a lot bigger, which was completely unheard of.
Yeah.
So, and that's another thing. If you were a kid now, would you stream?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
If I was a kid, I would also be playing games like Minecraft or Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you stream?
For the audience and also to get money.
Yeah. I feel like that's the thing. I probably a lot of kids are probably thinking like that too, where they see as that it can be a potential career for them to like essentially get paid and play games. It's crazy. Like back when we were younger, people were like, you're not going to make money playing games, dude. Like, go get a real job. I remember that. I was like, yeah, what the hell are you doing playing games all the time? Whereas now people can't say that anymore. Like there are multi-million-dollar deals now with people playing games.
Dude, I've been watching you watch the CDLs.
Yeah, I really do. It's funny. I used to think watching other people playing games was weird, but I sort of get it now because I watch these guys play and I enjoy playing COD.
Right.
But I will never be as good as them. It will never happen no matter how much I practice. They've just got something that I don't. And it is just like raw talent and just being a genius at the game and whatever it is, they just have it and I don't. And
pretty much
fine.
just following the meta.
Oh no, it's more to it. Like it's like
so there's more into playing a fight hit into playing a first person.
Oh, it's just more. It's more about the competitive side, like playing at such a high level. Like it's like when you talk about people. It's really hard comparison to say, but it's people playing soccer.
Yeah.
Right. There are just
There's
some people.
the teamwork aspect.
Well, there's just some people who are just naturally gifted at the game, and some people, no matter how hard they work, they will never be as good as them. It's like people when they study as well. People who are just academically inclined. People who can just read things and they'll just remember it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the type of people. Like, it's like that comparison. They can just pick up the controller and they'll be good at the game. Whereas I'm not like that at all. And no matter how much I play, I probably still won't be as good as them. Maybe I'll get to a high level, but not that high.
Yeah.
But when I watch them play, I'm just in awe, and I'm just like, oh my God, these guys are absolutely insane. And I love the game, and that's why I like watching them too. So yeah, do you watch any other people play games, like a competitive game, or not really?
Yeah, I do.
What do you watch?
I watch people like K-Wiz, who plays Hwarang in Tekken, and I always absorb the kind of information that's on my screen because he plays vastly different from all the other Hwarang mains I've seen.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to learn as much from him and as much from guys like Speed Kicks, who are absolute pros.
Yeah, they're crazy, yeah. But
Yeah.
have you watched them in tournaments? Like, do you watch their tournaments live?
Not live, but I've been seeing clips.
Like highlights and stuff?
Yeah, highlights.
Yeah. See, I used that's how it started for me, just watch the highlights, and then I'm like, you know what? I actually want to watch the game. And then, just the timing. I can't believe I watched Optic win the fucking world champs, the CDL champs, when it was up every morning to watch the games. So good.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, look, I would never do. I used to laugh at people and be like, who the fuck gets up at 4 a.m. to watch a game, dude? Go to bed. And then here I am getting up at 4 a.m. to watch Optic play. So it's like, it's karma. It's karma just biting me in the ass.
Didn't we do that one time in 2004-ish when we were watching the European Cup?
To be fair, that's different a little bit. Well, it's not really. But that was the first time Greece had ever made, I think,
the finals,
the grand final in the Euro Cup, and we
UEFA
won.
Cup.
Yeah, no,
That was before
it
the Olympics. UEFA.
Is that the EuroLeague? Yeah, it must be.
Yeah,
UEFA.
EuroLeague.
Yeah, and they won that year, so that was 2004 was fucking crazy, dude.
I put my trust in Greece to win the Euro.
I don't remember it. Yeah, I remember we used to sing this in the car.
Yeah, teasing in the end.
Or we weren't really teasing in the end. We were just changing the lyrics
Yeah,
because we wanted Greece to win.
Yep.
Yeah. But what else? 2000s, like not having smartphones, riding bikes, playing soccer.
Were you there at the lantern lighting for the 2004 games in Sydney during one of my excursions?
The lantern lighting.
Where we had the torch runner.
Oh, the lantern for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Did you go watch the lantern run?
Yeah, I had an excursion in 2004. Were you there?
Wait, in 2004 it was in Athens. The Olympics.
It was in. Yeah, they held the games in Athens, but they also lit the lantern in Sydney.
Oh, and you watched them, and then they took the fire from Sydney to Athens.
Correct.
Oh no, I don't think I went to that. Was that only year 6? Wait, what? Yeah, 2004.
I was in high school.
You were
at
in
the
high
time.
school. Yeah. So they took what? They took all of the high school students there.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's lucky, dude. Our grade got dicked a lot. I'm not gonna lie. We were in this weird year, and it was just we really got dicked from about year 9 or year 10 onwards, and I'll tell you why. Because around the time in year 9 and year 10 was when they introduced laptops for the year 10 students.
Wow.
Yeah, but we were supposed to get laptops, and we got a new fence.
Yay.
Love that for us. So we never got laptops in our year, and the following year, from year 10 to year 11, they actually took away our sport time so we could do more learning because they wanted us to do well in the HSC, which ended up backfiring, I think, because I remember, it was Tuesday afternoon, everyone would go to sport, and then we would be stuck at school because we had to do more fucking learning. It was actually so shit. I hated it. And then year 12, I think I got really burnt out in year 12, and I don't know if the sport had anything to do with it, but yeah, I think we just was not a good time.
Ugh.
No, anyway, You know one thing I remember from growing up in 2000?
What?
Do you remember a TV show called MTV Scarred?
I was just about to bring that up.
Do you remember?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I remember me, you and Dad, we used to laugh and go, oh yuck.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was the worst one from MTV Scarred from your memory? What's the worst one?
The bike wall ride.
Oh my god. That is the worst one, eh? That one was so bad.
The guy's ankle was hanging by a tendon.
So just to paint the picture, there's this TV show back on MTV. It was called Scarred, for those who don't know what that is. And the way the show worked is essentially you were just watching people stack it and absolutely destroy themselves. And it would be so bad, some of them, where you would actually, they wouldn't blur this out. You would start seeing bone come out. They never blurred that, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
No. But there was one episode where, and to be fair, we thought this one was pretty bad, where this guy got a bike and he was riding it, and it was a BMX bike, and he was going to do a trick where he would ride the wall and then kind of bounce onto the ground and just keep riding. But I think the way he jumped on the wall and was coming off, it was too much of an angle. So he put his foot out from memory. And when he landed on his foot with all his weight, and it snapped in two different places. And when he lifted it up, it was just... so it broke in one area, and then another area broke, and then the leg was just swinging. I just remember the swing. It was so bad. It was so bad, hey.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, man. And then the other TV show that I remember watching, and this is actually probably thanks to be fair, it wasn't on TV. Peter actually showed us a website to watch this on, but it was Gaki no Tsukai. Dite yoshimasu!
Okay.
That was probably one of the... And Gaki no Tsukai is a Japanese TV show. And it pretty much means do not laugh. That's what it means, right?
Actually, it's called Downtown's We're Not Errand Boys. That's the name of the
program.
I
was completely wrong. What does Gaki no Tsukai mean?
Exactly what I just said.
It means that?
Yeah, it means that.
Oh.
We're not errand boys.
We're not errand boys. Okay, so I was completely wrong. But that's what the TV show is called. And then they had these specials where they would go on and do these, what we call them, skits?
You either call them skits, or they have these little events where it's like a 24-hour event where you stay in this building and you're not supposed to laugh, because if you laugh, you're going to get punished.
Yeah. So, and some of the punishments were crazy, eh?
Yes.
Some
of the pranks were fucking crazy. Tanaka gets the short end of
Tanaka
those
always
kicks.
used to cop it, but it was just comedy. It was just so funny, but I haven't seen another TV show go to that extreme.
You know, I was actually watching 24-Hour Tag and Silent Library in preparation for that segment.
I heard you watching it today.
And I was pissing myself.
Yeah, I haven't. I was thinking about watching it, but I was like, excuse me, I'm going to bleep that out. That was nasty. Yeah, I didn't watch. I thought about watching the show in prep for this, but I thought, no, I'll just go off my memory, because there's a couple of good memories that I have of the show, and in particular the school scene. That scene was always stuck in my head, and I think it was also because of Peter, because he loved that scene too. And then that is just imprinted, where he'd be like, ten, and then I honestly, if you guys ever get a chance, you should watch this TV show, Gaki no Tsukai. It's a Japanese show. I don't even know if they've still got it up, to be honest, but it's quite old. And there's like what was it called? English or school? Something like that. That particular special. What was that one?
I think that's the 2005 high school.
There you go. Memory of the Gods, 2005 high school, Gaki no Tsukai. You should watch that. It is pure comedy.
There's one scene where this guy was walking up to the microphone. There was a huge feedback screech.
Yeah.
And the four guys, the comedians, they blurted out laughing. One of them got hit and the sword broke.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot about that scene. That was just pure gold, man. What else about growing up in the 2000s?
Oof. Sport.
Oh, I didn't really watch any sport, to be fair, other than the soccer. That's really about it.
Yeah.
What else? What else is there? Geki no Kutsukai, MTV Scared. Then you've got 2000s TV shows,
Yep.
which probably the most. What TV shows like? I feel like we watched different TV shows when we were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot of, like, I don't know if this is going to sound cringe or not, but I did watch a bit more Disney than you. I
Yep.
probably watched, like, That's So Raven and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, those are the ones I was just about to bring up too.
Yeah, did you watch them, though, or not really?
I watched them with you just to see what's going on.
Yeah, but that wasn't your type of show, eh?
No.
What
And
was your type of show?
I thought my kind of shows were like American Dragon Jake Long.
That was good. That was a good show.
That's a good animation.
Yeah, I really like that show. What else?
I was also thinking the same thing. That's So Raven.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one.
I did enjoy That's So Raven. That was a really good show too. There was heaps of shows that had, yeah, That's So Raven, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Then there was like, there was something called Phil's, oh, fuck.
Phineas and Ferb.
No. It was like, I should probably look it up actually, but it is killing me. I have to find out what it's called.
We'll be right back.
And we're back. So there's a couple of shows that I actually completely forgot. So we got Kim Possible.
I was binging that at one time.
Kim Possible, call me. You want a rich man? Dun, 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 dun. That was so.
Draken!
What?
That's the main villain.
Oh, I was like, is that part of the thing? Part of the intro?
No.
Okay. Then number 2 is, I wouldn't rank these. Actually, they've got them in order. I think they've got them in order of what they're rated. So number 1 was Kim Possible. 2, That's So Raven.
Wow.
Unbelievable show. Lizzie McGuire, I did watch that. Sweet Life of Zack Cody, yes, I definitely watched that. Was it this one? Even Stevens? No, I don't. Like, I know that was a Disney show, but I don't remember that one in particular. That's it. Oh, it says Phil of the Future, but I don't think it was that. It might have been Even Stevens, to be honest. Yeah, because it had Charlotte Booth.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Even Stevens.
Do you remember the Disney show Recess?
Yeah, of course. That was a great show, but that wasn't. I remember watching that on free to air TV after school.
Yeah.
That's what I remember watching that. That was a great show. Then there was The Proud Family, Phil of the Future, Wizards of Waverly Place, which I never watched. And this is where you say Phineas and Ferb.
Yep.
American Dragon with Jake Long.
One of my favorites.
Corey in the House. Sunny with a Chance. Don't know that one. The Sweet Life on Deck.
It was just meh.
I didn't really watch that. The Replacements. Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. The Emperor's New School. I do remember that, but I didn't really watch it.
Yep.
Buzz on Maggie. In a Heartbeat. Like, there was a lot of TV shows, but I think the rest, I didn't really watch. Like, the top 10, I probably watched. So, Kim Possible, That's So Raven, Lizzie McGuire, Sweet Life, Even Stevens, Proud Family, Phil of the Future, Wizards of Waverly, Phineas and Ferb, and American. I watched probably 8 of the 10 of those.
Yeah. And I'd probably watch less of that.
But we also watched a shit ton of Cartoon Network.
Yep.
Fuck. Is
Naruto
Cartoon Network even a thing?
It still is.
Yeah? What were you going to say about Naruto?
It was on that platform.
Yeah, but do you remember, I don't know if they did this on purpose or what they did, but I remember, especially with the animes, like with Dragon Ball Z and with Naruto, they'd run it up to a certain episode and then they would restart it again and then they'd run it and then it would go a little bit further
Yep.
and then they would restart it again and then run the whole thing.
Oh, dude, they did that. They so definitely did that.
It wasn't just me, right? And I'd be like, oh, I can't wait for the next week's episode. And then you get to next week or the next night and you watch and you're like, this was like 2 months ago or 3 months ago we watched this. And it's like it started again. I used to hate that. And I was like, what? And then I thought, oh, maybe the episode hasn't come out. It would come out the next night. And then the next night it would come and then it'd just be the next episode after last night. So it's like it started again.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Oh, my God. I remember that as well.
Yeah.
Because there were times Even when the dubbing studios were making the episodes,
Yeah.
it would just take time for that new episode to come out.
Yeah, I think they did it on purpose where they restarted it and waited for new episodes to come and then they just let it play.
Yep.
And then when the new episodes came, then they would play it. They play like a stack or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it would take forever and you wouldn't know when the new episode's coming out. It was a pain in the ass. And they did it for Dragon Ball Z. They did it for Naruto. What was probably the most iconic anime episode for when you were younger?
Super Saiyan Goku.
Super Saiyan Goku is 100% the most iconic episode. I will fight this till the day I die. Goku turning Super Saiyan is the best episode ever.
No question about
It's no question. It's no question. How old were we? Let's find out exactly what year do you reckon that episode got aired?
I'm going to say 1999.
Super Saiyan Goku turning Super Saiyan. It'd be good if I could spell. Goku turning Super Saiyan. Oh, wow. The episode first aired in Japan in June 1991.
What?
There's no way, dude. I don't remember. Like, you were just born.
Alex.
There's no way. I remember. It has to be. When was it first aired? Maybe. No, March 19th, 1991. Okay, then for me, it was the first time I watched it, and I probably would have been. I was definitely in junior school, so I would have been less than 12 years old. So, and I'm pretty sure it would have definitely been before year 4 because I remember collecting like Dragon Ball Z Tarzos and collecting the gold Super Saiyan Tarzos. So it might have been around 2004, 2003. So I'm going to say I was either 9 or 10 years old.
And it would have been 12 at that time.
You would have been 12. And I remember watching that scene and I remember the goosebumps, dude, watching Goku turn Super Saiyan and then trying to do it in the shower and just go, "Ah!" and then not happening because we're not in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
We wish we were.
Do you really wish you were in the Dragon Ball Z universe? Let's be honest.
Well, with the ability to teleport and all.
Well, do you wish you were in the Dragon Ball Z universe being human?
No,
Because that's what we are. We're human. We're not Saiyans. So imagine we all of a sudden get transported into an alternate universe where we're now in the Dragon Ball Z universe. And Goku and Vegeta and everyone's there and we're just humans. So we're essentially Krillin. Because Krillin's human.
Yep.
Even though he's got crazy superhuman strength and he's like crazy durable and fast and stuff, he'll never be as strong as Goku. Unless you get the 7 Dragon Balls and wish you had the Saiyan abilities and genetics.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Imagine you could do that. You get all the Dragon Balls and just go, how would you wish that though? Would you say, because how many wishes do you get? You get 3.
I thought it was 1 on Earth and 3 on planet Namek.
Yeah, but the balls on Earth got destroyed, right? And then
I'm pretty sure they turned to stone.
Yeah.
After they scattered.
Yeah, but then isn't that one of the main reasons why they went to Namek or no?
No, I think one of the main reasons to go to Namek was to wish back one of their comrades.
Oh, wait, who did they want to wish back?
Piccolo?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Honestly, it's been so long. I don't even remember what the reason why they went to Namek. I thought it was the Dragon Balls, but because then Dante came. Was it Dante or Dende? Dende came to be the new. No, because Kami died.
Right.
Kami died.
That was later on.
Was Kami still alive when they were in Namek though?
Yep.
And then when they came back from Namek?
Yep.
Okay. Because then Dende took over Kami. So then the Dragon Balls. So how did the Dragon Balls come back then? I don't know. I'm like genuinely curious.
Me neither. I didn't really follow up on the Dragon Ball lore all that much.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
but that's just me rolling straight off of my memory here.
Yeah. Well, let's just roll past that and let's go. What would, if you had the 7 Dragon Balls right now and you were in the Dragon Ball Z universe, what are you wishing for?
Saiyan genetics.
I would I would probably wish. I would fuck. I if I was in the Dragon Ball Z universe, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't wish for Dragon Ball Z genetics, or sorry, Saiyan genetics. I probably wish to forever be the strongest and most powerful being in existence.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, probably just under what's the god called?
Oh, you mean like
In Super, there's that short alien.
Xeno?
Like just under not as strong as him, but like just under him.
Right.
Because he's like crazy. Like
He deletes universes on a rim.
Yeah, he just goes and they're gone.
Literally gone.
Yeah. That's probably what I'd wish for. Because then if shit ever hit the fan with like Goku and Vegeta, at least I'm prepared.
Right.
Just transform like, dude, I'm just a human, man. My base form is only level 100.
Now I don't even know what I'm going to wish for.
You already wished for Saiyan, so you can't take that back.
Damn it.
All right, let's play another game. So I have another blind ranking for you. So this is called Blind Ranking Fighting Game Franchises.
Ooh.
You're not going to know what's coming next.
Okay.
Rank them between 1 being the best and 5 being the worst. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. So number 1 is Dead or Alive.
5.
That was so fast. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. Okay. Number 2, which can be, depending on the person, they might put this at a different level. So number 2 is Street Fighter.
Ooh.
What are you putting that at?
Let me think, because I know with my number 5 pick, it's just a niche game. No one really plays that. But at least with Street Fighter, everyone plays it. Everyone knows the characters. Everyone knows the mechanics. And with the latest installment being so good, as opposed to Street Fighter 5, where it was rushed.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6 was actually a really fun game to play.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. So what are you putting it at?
No lie in April, I'm putting it at number 3.
Number 3. All right. He's locked it in at 3. So game number 3 is Tekken.
Dude, when it comes to 3D fighters, I excel at those kinds of games because movement is everything.
Well, wouldn't you call Street Fighter 6 a 3D game?
No, it's 2D.
Oh, it's 2D.
They fight on
Was
on a
Tekken-
2D fight plane.
Was Street Fighter 5 a 3D game?
No.
I swear there was a Street Fighter that was 3D.
You mean EX Alpha?
I don't remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure there was one that was 3D. Might have been EX Alpha, probably.
Yeah. That would have been the game where it's basically 3D, where you're able to move all over the place.
Yeah, you can go in and out and that
Yeah.
way and jump as well.
But
Yeah.
it depends on the character being able to teleport. Like Akuma using his demon teleport.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, what are you putting Tekken? Tekken number 3.
Ranking number 2.
Number 2? Fuck, I really want to know what's better than Tekken. All right, number 4, which I think I already know what it is Soul Calibur.
Number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah. So quick.
That was quick. And then, so you've done 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
and 5.
Yep.
So coming in at number 4 is Mortal Kombat.
That's a good list.
I think you've done well, dude. To be fair, Soul Calibur is your favorite game, so I can understand why you'd put that at number 1.
Yep.
But for me, if I were to do that list, knowing what I know, Tekken would be number 1 for sure.
Fair enough.
Then number 2 would be Mortal Kombat. 3 would be Soul Calibur. 4 would be Street Fighter. And number 5 would be Dead or Alive. So we both have Street Fighter Dead or Alive at number 5.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think about doing some Reddit threads, dude?
Let's do it.
All right.
I want to be surprised with some of the Reddit posts.
Well, I try to find something a bit more to your niche, right?
Okay.
So, because I know you obviously really enjoy gaming.
Yep.
So I tried to keep it to that niche.
I was also looking up some Am I the Asshole stories, but there weren't any that really piqued my interest.
Yeah, you kind of have to you kind of have to really rummage through Am I the Asshole stories
Yeah.
to get some like gold nuggets.
Or even to change my views.
I haven't seen the change my view ones. I've seen like unpopular opinion, ask an Australian, ask Reddit. This one's not loading properly. We'll be right back. And we're back.
That was quick.
That was very quick. All right, so this Reddit thread is called "What's a video game you won't play anymore because the developers ruined it?"
Man.
So some people have wrote something, but do you have anything off the top of your head that you won't play anymore because the developers ruined it? I have a game in my head. It's probably a bit of a hot take, but I have my reasons why.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
So I just want to put a caveat out there because I really enjoyed the first, second, third, fourth, the first 4 games that came out. And those are all the Assassin's Creeds.
Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed 1 with Altair, Assassin's Creed 2, 3, and 4 were Ezio Auditore.
Yep.
And then a lot of people think Black Flag is like one of the best games. I don't personally agree with that. I think Black Flag is really overrated. But I just felt with the Assassin's Creed series, they just constantly are milking the series, dude. Like,
and changing the mechanics while they're doing it.
I don't mind the mechanics changing. I just want the story to change. Like, I just want some more juicy story out of it.
When are we going to see an ending?
Well, that's
Assassin's
the thing.
Creed?
Like, they kind of, it's just constantly being teased that there's an ending coming, but there's no ending.
Yeah.
So, and like, I don't know. That's the ones, and I haven't played Assassin's Creed since Origins.
Right.
So there was the Greek one that came out.
That was too big.
I really wanted to play that one. And I heard, and Peter said it was one of the best Assassin's Creed. And that's the main reason why I wanted to play it. But I just can't be bothered playing it. And then the other game that I wanted to play was the Valhalla.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we bought the game, but I haven't played it. It just doesn't interest me to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of just playing, like just watching the highlights and just being up to date with the story.
Or just watching the cutscenes.
Yeah. But finally, they've answered everyone's prayer. I don't know if you've seen the new Assassin's Creed trailer.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer. I've only heard things about it. Do you know what it is?
Is it Assassin's Creed Shadow?
Yes. But do you know where it's taking place?
Japan.
It's about fucking time. We are getting ninjas, which is the fucking coolest thing ever. I'm like, honestly, I'm gonna buy the game, and I'm excited. I actually didn't play. There was a couple of other games on Assassin's Creed that I didn't play as well. There was definitely Valhalla, and definitely the Greek one. I played like the start of it, but I never followed through. And then there was like a couple other ones that I think was Rogue was one that I didn't play.
Rogue was the spin-off for
Like, this is when you're a Templar. It's when you're a Templar.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you were an assassin turned Templar.
Yep.
Yeah. So you kind of look at it from their perspective, but I never played that. I think I just watched the cutscenes of that.
Right.
Yeah. But again, it's like going back to the original point, they just keep milking the series and there seems to be no ending in sight. And that's the reason why I just think they've ruined the game. The developers ruined a good game. I think if they ended it on Black Flag, I would have been happy with that. The other series didn't really need to go further.
They didn't really need to introduce any of the other assassins.
Yeah. Or like, because the whole point of the Assassin's Creed is to like find out what happened in the past, and there's like the Apple of Eden and all these other different things. And like, it would be so cool if they had a modern Assassin's Creed.
Oh, dude.
That would be cool.
Imagine Assassins in 2021,
dude,
against the Templars.
Yeah, dude. They like, I reckon the Assassins probably have this like new tech where they can go completely invisible for 10 seconds. And you just go, they'll just like creep up behind someone, and then when they move quickly,
bam!
Yeah. And they probably have like other crazy, like they probably still keep the traditional like knife in the thing.
Yep.
But they probably have like crazy tech or something, like stun things and all sorts of stuff.
Tranquilizer guns?
Yeah, like fucking like crazy things, dude. Crazy things. So that would be cool if they made, and that would be the perfect way to end it, is when they do a modern Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
If they ever do that, which I hope they do.
One day they will.
Well, we'll see. I still haven't played the other 2 games, so we'll see if I even end up playing Shadow.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, for me,
Or you don't have any?
right now, I can't think of any.
You don't think there's no game that you think the developers ruined and you didn't really enjoy the game?
Not that I can think of, no.
You know, one game that I actually think, not that they ruined the game, but they ruined the story?
What?
Injustice.
They butchered it so much.
I think they absolutely butchered the story. And the comic was amazing. And it was supposed to end on the game, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And the game I was like, because the comic was so complicated and just had so many twists and turns and different things. I'm not going to spoil for anyone who hasn't read the comics, but the comic is amazing for the Injustice series. But the game is horrible. The game ruined the story.
Actually, I do have one.
What is it?
Mortal Kombat with all the timeline resets.
Yeah, that was funny. And then they reset the timeline, and then there was all these other timelines that got reintroduced.
Yeah, that one.
It was that. To be fair, that was the latest Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
It was a funny one because then everyone who came from their timeline were all gods of their time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was an interesting game.
Yep.
But then he ends up meeting Katana again, which I think was the whole point, was to bring the love back into it.
And bring allies into a war that should have ended in MK11.
Yeah, what ended up happening? Oh, that's right. There's at the end of the
MK11?
MK1.
Oh, MK1.
At the end of MK1, there was that big fight where they finally killed Shang Tsung.
Yep.
But now there's a new guy who's like pretty vicious, but I can't remember his name. Havoc, that's right. And he's like a god that's come from a different timeline now.
Yep.
But he's in the new timeline?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's read some of the comments. So someone wrote, The Sims 4, the endless paid DLCs and lack of meaningful updates killed the experience for me. That was probably the highest upvoted comment.
Wow.
Plants v Zombies, not even the same game. Never played that, to be fair. Battlefield, After One, which was their 5th one. Don't ask. I played Battlefield, and Battlefield 1 was incredible. I loved that was the main reason why I think after Battlefield 1 was Battlefield 2024 or some other game. I can't remember which one it was after that. And I bought it, and I was just so bummed out. I was like, I can't believe how shit this game is now.
Yep.
Battlefield 1 was just an unreal experience. I played that game on my own. I didn't even need to play online with friends. I just loved playing the game.
It was just a fun experience.
Yeah.
All the weapons felt real. The gravity felt real, where bullets actually travel and it follows a trajectory.
Yeah. It's really good. Someone wrote Call of Duty. Now, in saying that, they're probably not wrong now, to be fair, because the developers are ruining it, but making it good at the same time. And it might be a bit of a hot take because there are a couple of things that I don't necessarily agree with, such as skill-based matchmaking. Now, that is a hot take depending on who you talk to. But, look, I think, honestly, I don't think it's actually the developer's fault the more I think about it. I think it's just ever since COVID and people realizing that there's a huge market in Call of Duty, and that because of that market, and there's because a lot of people want to see Call of Duty content, there's a lot more streamers who take playing Call of Duty a lot more seriously, therefore increasing the amount of sweats that are in the game now. And it's just every time you jump on the game, it's Sweat City. It is literally Sweat City.
My God.
So, look, it's not the developer's fault that everyone plays the game, but at the same time, like that whole the streamer aspect does ruin the experience for the casual gamers, unfortunately. It's probably a bit of a hot take, to be fair, but
I'm guessing it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, what else did other people say? Overwatch. I used to be really into it. To be fair, I don't really know half of these games. Let's go into another Reddit thread. What do you think, sir?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This phone is so laggy, though.
Do they have a Reddit thread on the worst and best sports to play or watch?
Probably, but I didn't really look for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you have one?
No, not really.
What do you think is the worst sport to watch?
Cricket.
I think I spoke about this with someone else on the podcast. We were talking about one of the worst sports to watch, and I was like, cricket's like watching paint dry. Like, it's such one of the worst sports ever. All right, this one's a good one. Favorite discontinued Aussie foods?
Ooh.
Do you know any? Do you have any?
No, I don't know any.
What about like some Sunny Boys, dude? Do you remember Sunny Boys?
Oh my God. You mean those little push pops?
Yeah, bro. The little triangle push pops that we used to get from the canteen.
Oh, dude, the ice blocks. Those are fun.
Yeah, the triangle ones.
Yeah,
they're
triangular.
discontinued though.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why, but they're discontinued. You want to see what some of the comments wrote?
Yeah.
Someone wrote, first comment, Sunny Boys. Boom. That was by far, that was amazing. Honey Jumbles. I don't think I've ever heard of Honey Jumbles before.
Probably sounds like an American snack.
Well, it says Aussie, discontinued Aussie food.
Aussie discontinued.
Yeah. Someone wrote, Lattice Biscuits. I can't make my favorite cheesecake slice without them. Oh. Fantails. That's, they discontinued. That's interesting. Oh, Redskins. You know what? Redskins was a funny one, though. I think it just got renamed, but they were like a really hard, chewy red lolly. The Redskins.
Yep. They make your jaw so fucking tired.
Wow, they were fucking delicious. They were good.
Yep.
They were really good.
Just eating them and finishing one stick off was worth it. It just gives you that satisfaction.
Oh, yeah. Milo bars. Now, to be fair, I didn't even know this was a thing.
What the fuck are Milo bars?
I have no idea. I'm guessing it's a food that, well, it's a Milo bar, essentially. Country Town soft drink companies. Okay, that's lame. The old Lifesaver lollies and Cool Fruits.
What the why'd they discontinue
To
them?
be fair, I actually haven't seen a Lifesaver in a really long time. Not because I haven't actively been looking for it, but have they been discontinued? Let's fact check that guy. I don't think Lifesavers have been discontinued. Have Lifesavers been discontinued? Oh, I did. Lifesavers hard candy disappears from supermarket shelves, but this was in 2023. So it was only last year.
Oh my God, why?